Everybody, welcome back. This is Band of Badgers, and this is our GM Creator Series. And this, I pointed in the right direction that time.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
This is Ross. Hi, Ross. How you doing?
I'm good, Dave. Hello.
I thought you were going to be all quiet then.
Well, I thought I'd try and do something different this time and have a bit more energy and wave and smile. So, you know.
Fantastic. So, if you don't know,
like the penguins from Madagascar that does wave and smile.
Well, that might help. We should get that little penguin that comes across on the screen. So Ross is the writer, creator of A Deadly Quest, and now he is our guest GM for this series as he puts all of us badgers through the paces. However, you may see some new faces. So we're going to go remind everybody about who we are and where we're from. We're going to go around the table. Let's start with Ross, who's slap in the middle. Ross, who are you and where can people find you?
So I am Ross, if that hasn't already been made clear. You can find me mainly on threads at RJWickens86, where I talk about D&D and the stuff that I build in the world that I'm creating, and A Deadly Quest.
Cool, fantastic. And new face, number one, Steph, who are you and where can people find you?
Hello, I'm Steph. I can be found on Instagram at littlegoblin_girl. Or TikTok, where I'm trying to be better at putting out content, at Little Goblin Girl, all one word.
Fantastic. We have Pan. Pan's been with us since the very beginning. I say very beginning. This is like episode 3.
I'm an old hand at this. I've been here. I've been here since before the dawn of time.
So, Pan, who are you and where can people find you?
I'm Pan. Hello. You can find me in most places: Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok as well, where I'm also trying to get better content. As Stellar Encore, that's STELLARENCORE. And yeah, you can also catch me doing various podcasts. I told you in Cosmopunk this week. So have a listen to those. Enjoy. Enjoy this first.
Yes, always. And new face number 2, Vinny. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for stepping in. Welcome to the band.
I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you very much. Is the correct answer. You can stay.
Thank you.
It'd be funny if we had like a gunge tank. That'd be great, wouldn't it? So, wrong answer. Get gunged. Right. Anyway. So, who are you and where can people find you?
I am Vinny, and these days I am mainly on Blue Sky, gmvinny.bsky.social, where I talk about just random things about games, like my home game.
Cool. We all like the games. What are you playing at the moment?
Currently, I'm running Across Eberron Convergence Manifesto.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, I'm in that one. It's pretty
halfway
fun.
through. Yeah.
Cool. Steve, who is here. We won't bother introducing him, but Steve, who's here
every week.
he's a big fan of Eberron. He's a massive fan of
Eberron.
I
love Eberron.
So yeah. He in his Eberron campaign, which we did as a live stream, he blew off one of my legs with an exploding spider. Cheers for that, Steve. And while the train he was on was crashing. So yeah, we had to. It was going across a bridge with like all these like stilt bridge, and typical thing as you've seen in the movies, the bridge was collapsed and the train goes off over the edge. Everyone was jumping out just to try and land in the water, and a spider landed on my leg and exploded and blew off my leg as I jumped. Wow. So yeah, that's the kind of GM that Steve is.
I've experienced his GMing as well, actually.
And after that, I need no introduction.
Yeah. So, Steve, who are you, and why would people find you?
Well, they won't find me. I basically work for you and do whatever you want me to.
That's true. It is.
I'm your I'm Kingsman's goblin.
The Goblinsman.
The Goblinsman, yeah.
Goblinsman. Cool. Right. Well, without further ado, how are we all doing? Are we ready to roll some dice? And we're in a dungeon crawl, kind of at the moment, which is where don't say I love spiders. I don't. So we're gonna roll the intro, and then we're gonna hand the reins over to you, Ross.
Sure.
Again, for more of this. Are you ready, Ross?
Let's go, Dave.
Let's roll VT.
Awesome. I still enjoy that every time, by the way, Steve. Every time it plays, I really
every
enjoy it.
time. The music is great.
It's good. It's really set the mood. But cool. So I'll do a short recap for everyone as we get into Snilmer, going back into the mine that you're in, the little dark place. So for those of you who were here last time, you met an elf randomly at the side of the road that is not suspicious at all. He asked you to go and help his sister down in a mine, and some of you, sort of more willingly than others, agreed to that, and you went down into the mine. As you went down, some careless steps set off some traps, but no one got too badly singed. And you found a jar of a red gem inside of it.
Mm.
And then you moved into the second room that you got into last time, and as you saw a body dragged away across the floor, you found these little spider eel type creatures.
Don't forget the jackets.
With their tiny little cloaks
Tiny
on,
jackets.
which I always enjoy. I do enjoy that about those creatures. And you fought them, and that went pretty well. You took some bruises and some bites, but you obliterated them for the most part. And you found the body of a young girl who was not alive and not an elf, so not who you're looking for, who had a book next to her. And we ended the session as you heard some creature from somewhere else in this place saying, "My children." And that's where we ended. So, Bar, Shaith, and Kingsman, you find yourself still in that room with Zestra as well. So, having just finished the fight and heard those words echo throughout this mine, is there anything you immediately do?
Heal myself.
Yeah, cool. Lay on hands.
Yes.
Cool.
Let me take a look. I think actually I may do the same.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. We took a bit of a kicking there.
Yeah. There are a lot of those little things, to be fair to you. Kingsman, is there anything you're doing in this immediate moment?
No. I'm just I'm watching the other two heal up. The other three heal up, I should say. And just taking in this room. Those creatures were in here. They were eating a body, which I took away. And I don't like these things. And I can hear noises all around me. And I'm trying to stay like stay in a corner, but not next to the walls. I'm looking at for holes in the walls and looking in the darkness and the shadowy corners. I don't like it.
No, that's fair enough. And as you Shaith and Farah healing yourselves, and Kingsman, as you look around, Zestra also starts to look around, and then you each hear this, and suddenly around her feet a circle of fire ignites and the floor disappears from beneath her, and she just falls through and the fire closes up as Zestra screams as she is dropped through this portal.
What the hell?
I immediately rush forward and grab the floor, see if it's a trapdoor or something, see if there's marks there.
Yeah,
So anyone that wants to can make an Arcana check if you would like to.
Okay.
I'd like to, but there's no point.
That was so close to an 18, but I got a 1.
I got a flat
That's
3.
completely normal, actually, come think of it.
What did you get, Kingsman? I got the 1. 3. Shaith, have a go.
Okay.
Just look at Kingsman and shrug.
That's a natural 19.
There you go.
See? So Far and Kingsman, you're really not sure what that was. As Kingsman, you were really uneasy, and Far, you're distracted because you have taken a bit of a beating. Shaith, you are just about having been used to paying attention to what's going on when everything's going wrong. You do notice that, and you feel a real magic about that, as though it was a portal, possibly to another plane of existence, but you're not sure, even on a 19. But it was definitely magical. And as you're looking at that, the ceiling above, exactly where that circle went, another you hear that sound again as another circle appears, and out of it drops a gnome. Steph, if you would like to introduce your character to everyone.
Now, you see dropping from the ceiling a female gnome, probably, of some years, more advanced years. She shows the sign of age on her face and her hands. She's wearing quite nice, clean cut, but conservative clothing, a lot of blacks, but with a little bit of ochre colour in. She's got some lovely jewels, and her grey hair is swept back into a little bun as she kind of dusts herself off and looks around a little nervously at the sight in front of her.
Okay, this dungeon is weird.
I'll go to one knee in front of our newest member, and I'll reach out and put my hand on her shoulder and say, Zestra, you've aged so much.
Oh my god!
I didn't realise that drow shrunk so much as they grew older. I knew you were long-lived, but...
I just put his hand on his shoulder and goes, no, man.
It's clearly a portal into the future. She's been returned to us, but...
I don't know who the sister is of who you speak, but I must say it's never polite to mention a lady's age. Now, if you'd kindly remove your hand from my shoulder, I believe we could get on a wee bit better, don't you?
Far steps forward. You see he's a medium height, half elf, with dark skin. He's got a long mop of hair over one side, and he wears glasses and a little tash. And he gives you a little nod and says, "Sorry about my friend. We just had we're all a bit on edge here. He's just tense. I'm Far Horizon," and I point to the Elfin, so that's Cheese and Kingsman.
Pleasure to meet you all. My name's Mrs. Bimblebomble.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Mrs. Bimblebomble.
Mrs. Bimblebomble. Got right.
You've nearly got it. A few more practices and you'll be there. Don't you fret.
Okay.
Have you got something shorter that we can use as I screech your name across the battlefield?
Christ.
I think for now, Mrs. Bimblebomble is appropriate, dear.
Sheesh,
Oh,
man. Have some manners for the elderly. Sheesh.
And I resent being called elderly, I'll have you know.
Start saluting. Sorry, miss.
Who raised you all? My goodness.
I love her.
Sorry, miss.
That's brilliant.
With deepest respects, Mrs. Bimblebomble, but our friend fell into the floor and you appeared from the ceiling above. But how long have you been down here?
Oh, I just arrived.
Long time.
Just
Again, I put my hand on Steve's shoulder and go, "No, buddy, no."
Getting a quick appraisal of who the brains in this outfit is, eh?
It's not me.
Yeah, Mrs. Bimblebomber, you absolutely pick up that this is not an intelligent group of people that you've just fallen into.
Wonderful. And what brings you all down here? Did you get a wee bit lost?
No, we are searching for someone else who is lost.
Yeah, we're here on a rescue mission.
Oh, how
Indeed.
noble! Oh, what a brave bunch of wee soldiers, eh?
That's us, brave wee soldiers. I
We're only
look
doing
at the
it for
two
the
like
money.
7-foot giants next to me.
We're only doing it for the money. There's no heroism involved. It was for an elf. We're just doing it for the cash.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Mrs.
you have to say
Bimblebomble,
out
just
loud,
quickly,
man.
you do notice, Mrs. Bimblebobble, that, and I'm going to keep saying that name because I do really like it, that Kingsman and Shape are very similar in height. They're like 6'6", 6'7". You can tell that Shape is an inch taller than Kingsman, by the way, like just. You can just see as they stand up.
As I notice this, I stand up straighter again.
Right.
Still shorter. He can't make up that inch.
I make a step forward a little shuffle forward.
Kingsman
Broaden my
spending his
shoulders.
reward on heels.
Get in,
I get some lifts.
The lift.
Hey, there'll be time to get lifts. That's fine. Mrs. Bumble, while you are talking, are you just paying attention to this group, or are you listening out for anything else around you in this new place you've just arrived?
I think very much keeping an eye on the 3 giants that she's just encountered. But
fast Abishai. He's not 7 foot, whatever they are.
To Mrs. Bumble, it's 3 giants.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But I think, she is keeping an ear out for kind of any sounds, or just trying to get appraised of her new surroundings as quickly as she can.
Make a perception check then.
Okay. 14.
Cool. So you hear some footsteps outside of the room that you're in, coming from outside of the door. Into an area that you don't know what it is, but you can hear some footsteps.
Ooh.
Sounds like someone out there's wearing a sensible heel.
Mm.
Have you got other company with you, lads?
No, not exactly, not anymore. But if we are to find our friends, it's time to leave the room.
Yeah. I'm not really about being in this weird little bug room. So let's make a move.
I'll step to the throne.
Yeah. Oh, watch your step, guys. This place is laden with traps.
Okay, I'll open the door and go outside.
So we know that we've got a door here as well, just on our immediate right.
So you know that there's a door down here. You've
Yeah.
seen that. And from where you've travelled, you'd also seen the door over here, just further down.
Shall we poke these doors on the way through?
Should we do this one?
Yeah,
So-
let's do this one here first.
Shape, as you walk out of the room,
Yeah.
you see stood in the hallway is an orc. Vinny,
Oh.
if you would like to introduce your character to everyone, as you've sat so patiently.
So you are seeing yet another giant. Sorry, Mrs. Bumble. She is about 6 foot tall, middle-aged. She has just the beginnings of gray streaks in her hair. A green orc dressed in dark leather armor, trimmed in fur. Her hair braided behind her back, and looking very grim.
Who are you?
I was going to ask you the same thing. Where is the girl?
Which girl?
The elf girl. I was sent here to find her.
By an
Wait.
elf.
How do you get free? I mean, yeah, we
Free.
was in here too.
He wasn't free.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
So,
Someone had tied him up.
no way.
But he was conscious.
Yes. He sent me
Thank
to
God I
find his
didn't kill him.
sister.
Yeah, thank goodness that nobody killed him at all.
It was close.
Okay, well, we haven't found it yet, but we have cleared these 2 rooms out. And while I'm talking, I'll step closer and try and gauge how tall the orc is.
Not
Far
quite
puts
as
his head behind him and goes, oh boy, here we go.
Let's say 6 feet tall. Yeah.
You're welcome to join us, good friend. My name is Shaith. This is Kingsman, Thar, and this is Bemble Bumble. We're trying to
brother.
decide on something shorter, for combat reasons, obviously. But for
No,
now, she's
Mrs.
insisting.
Mrs. Bumble is fine for now, dear. Pleasure to meet you.
Stop being rude to the old lady.
I will smack you upside the head if I can
Maybe
reach
it's
you out
honest.
your tongue.
So you have obviously not kidnapped the girl.
Well, no, we're here to find her. That came off sent us down too.
I see. I will help you then. My name is Neshka.
Good to meet you, Nesca. Welcome on board. Oh, and watch out for traps. Somebody keeps saying off around here. It's crazy.
I feel like we've been here for days, but it's probably just an hour.
You're probably just hungry.
I am.
Shall we move on to the next door?
Yeah, let's get this door open.
Cool. Which door are you going to?
The one directly in front of us.
Should we have a wee look around for anything that might be dangerous? If you see there's lots of traps around.
Yeah, we've been. So this area we're in now, we've already been through, and someone set off a trap in here that wasn't me, and we dealt with that. So that's fine. So we know this is always okay.
Wonderful. Let's do that all day.
We've been trying to use the I believe it's the trial and error method of finding traps, and in order to make sure we stay as liberally healthy as each other, we've been taking it in turns to find the traps.
Well, look, you have.
It's a really nice way to describe it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know that.
So, well, Mrs. Bumble Bumble, if I am to call you that, it would be easy if we knew what skills you brought to the party.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just an older lady, looking to, have a little bit of an adventure all of my own, and I'm quite good at stabbing gentlemen in the kidneys, and also money laundering.
Far to be like, really?
Wow.
We should talk this.
Well, we are, dear. That's what this is. It's a conversation.
Oh yeah, I love conversations, especially about money laundering. So how much do you think that he's wandering off asking how much you drink money?
Oh, just very quickly, make a history check for me.
Sure. That is 9.
Cool, no worries. The name Bumble Bumble seems familiar to you, and you think it might be work related, but then you just think it's just one of those names that just like gets in your head, and you can't place it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice sounding. It's got a really nice feel to it.
Yeah,
It sounds
Bimble, Bamble. I used to know a guy called Bradle. Bimble Bumble. I'm muttering this as I'm trying to pull this door open.
We trying the door?
Yeah, I'll try the door. Whose turn is it to try and find the trap this time?
Again with the turns. I don't remember there being turns to find the trap.
So if we've opened the door, Dave, if we can reveal, or Steve, we can reveal.
Push some buttons for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what you see inside are 3 dead bodies across this floor of 9 stones, roughly. On the other side is a chest, and by the side of it are 2 statues which have scythes in their hands.
Oh, yes.
It's just going to be another trap chest. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I really like stuff in chests, but I don't like getting shot by the stuff that's in the chests. Not like these 4 fuckers.
I'm gonna, if you allow it, I'll step into the room and investigate the bodies.
Yeah, I take a side step to the wall. That's fine.
Is that how far you go into the room?
Just the first square, and see if I can investigate the bodies. I'm gonna stay. I'm kind of staying low. Penitent.
Good luck doing that.
Penitent.
Cool.
I'm gonna stay penitent. Penitent. I'm gonna stay low, and I want to investigate the first body on the left under the torch, and just to see if whatever's killed this person is it scythe-like in shape? Is it a clean blade cut?
If you want to know about wounds and stuff, that'd be a medicine check. If you want to just look at the body and find stuff, that'd be investigation. It's up to you which you want to find.
I'll do investigation.
Cool. It'll tell you some stuff.
I'm rolling really bad. I got a 4 in total.
Like they're dead bodies. You're pretty sure. Yeah. The one thing you do notice on these bodies that you would recognise, Kingsman, is they've got this insignia of this green stag with golden leaves across, which you know is the banner, basically, of the High King Elf, Tyrrell Pentreath, the King of Spuia.
If I peek in, how long dead these guys seem?
Medicine check, if you want to find that out. Just to get a rough. It's not a high DC, but it's higher than 4.
14.
Yes, you're probably guessing maybe 2 or 3 days. Like, these are not fresh bodies.
Okay.
And on a 14 medicine check, you can also see that there are clear cut marks over the bodies, as though large blades have just basically almost dissected these bodies.
Okay. Can I have a closer look at the walls to the sides?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just peering in through the doorway, just seeing if there's some kind of like contraption that came out and skewered these guys. Something that I don't want Kingsman to walk into, basically.
While I'm kneeling down investigating the body, I'll put my hand up to stop fire and say, Father, all 3 are dead, but these are trained knights of the High King. They shouldn't have been taken out this easy. Careful where you stand, careful where you step, careful where you look.
Oh, hey, don't get me wrong, I was not going to come in there, but I appreciate the worry, thanks. Whatever happened to them, it looks like it was, they didn't see it coming, and if they didn't move out of this room, I would watch where you step. Hey, can you tell me what's on the ceiling?
What's on the ceiling? Can I see what's on the ceiling?
You have to make perception checks if you want to see what's on the ceiling. And while you're making them, Shaith, when you hear Kingsman talk about the really highly trained knights of the High Elf King, you know that is a lie, and that most of the guards of Spuia are cannon fodder and not very well trained at all.
12.
Cool. So it's like a normal room.
Okay, just try and stay low, okay?
Step back, Kingsman.
I'm going to peer around the doorway and say, the girl is clearly not in this room. Should we move on?
Father's like looking back at the treasure chest and looking at the room. Yeah, we should keep moving.
We are somewhat on a quest of our own as well.
Yeah, to get paid.
Yeah.
Did
You think
We
there
were
may be
promised
something?
anything we could find down here.
do you want to open the box?
Yes, I have an idea.
Yeah, we'd love it. Also, please, Mrs. Bimblebumble.
As this conversation is going on with everyone, I do indeed step back out the room. I agree with Neshka. We're here to save someone. Priorities first. Line our pockets later.
I have
If
an
we
idea
survive.
first.
Roll my eyes.
I will take Kingsman's place.
Wait, what?
For once, these elves might be useful. And I will pick one of the bodies up.
Cool.
And I will throw it towards the chest to see if anything happens with the scythe blades.
Make me a strength check. I'm letting you pick up the body for free because you're strong enough to do that, but you're now trying to throw it like 10 feet away from you.
22.
Yeah, you do it with ease, like almost too hard. This body hits and you hear the clatter of the armor as it hits the wall and then slides down onto the chest and falls back onto the floor now, right in front of the chest. Nothing happens.
Well, shit. You want to grab that chest then, Shafe? Let's get out of here.
Yes.
Nice one, big guy.
Okay, Shaith. So as you step on the middle plate, your weight, you just feel the middle plate push down. And can you please make a dexterity saving throw, please? I love that you just walked across. My favourite thing.
Like,
It's
it's just occurred to me now there's probably these 3 in the middle that are like trapped because that's where they're dead.
What did you get, Shaith?
I got 1.
Oof.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. Roll some dice. Cool. So as you step on that plate and it depresses, the wall that Kingsman had seen and the ceiling that looked normal just pushes up and disappears, and
Knew
these
it.
two sides just swing down, and you are unable to avoid them as they cut across you. Luckily, not causing too much damage, as you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And then, as they slice past you, they disappear back into the wall, and you hear a chunk as basically they reset into the wall, and the wall and the ceilings come back down, and you cannot tell. If you didn't know they were there, you would not be able to see the creases in the wall.
The old slashy wall trick. I've been in this one.
If only there were warning signs.
If only there were warning signs like slashed up dead bodies. We'll never know.
2 statues of scythes.
So I'm going to take another step forward. So I'm stepping off in the middle.
Yeah, and you hear the plate raise back up. Even with the bodies on it, it is able to raise back up.
Yeah. So I'm now stood right in front of the chest, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I lift the chest from where it is?
The whole chest.
The whole yeah. The whole chest.
The chest. You're big and strong. You can lift that chest up with ease.
Okay. And then I'm going to jump across.
Yep, you can. I will allow you to do that for free, because the jump rules in D&D aren't always fun.
No, they're not. Okay, so I've got the chest. I've left the room. I will put it on the floor in front of Far. I've had my
Sweet,
turn.
good job,
I
man.
found the trap. That's your go.
All right. Well, if I was going to take some time like looking at this chest, what can I roll to try and figure out what kind of thing we're dealing with here? Because above table, I know I should hand this over to somebody else.
If anyone wants to, that's looking at the chest, they can make a perception check to try and see, or an investigation check if they're touching and feeling around the chest. It depends what you're doing, but the choice is yours.
Yeah, I'll do perception. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you look at the chest and you can't see any mechanisms. It's not the same as the other chest. It looks okay.
All right. Does it open or do we have to pick it?
No, it opens. If you try and open it.
Okay, hey guys, just like everyone shuffle around to the side real quick. I want to try and shuffle everyone out of the way. I'm going to open the chest so it doesn't shoot arrows at people or anything. Just be on the safe side.
I take 2 steps back. I'm not.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of crap happen.
I'm going to go ahead.
In
So
2 rooms in the hallway.
right. So I'm going to be here. So if anything happens, it shoots down the hallway. Okay.
Yep. It opens. There's no booby trap inside.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad I was careful this time. So cool. What is inside?
So inside, you find a mason jar with a red gem inside and a key. And on the key, on the head, is a devil's skull.
Hey guys, it's not one of these jars. And a key. You guys are actually. I'm going to show it to Mrs. Bimblebumble and Neshka and say, "You guys recognize these at all?"
Would I?
No, neither of you recognize the key as anything that you've seen.
It's got a skull on the top of it, is it?
It's a devil's skull. It's got horns on it. It's quite an intricate engraving for the head of a key, but it is a devil's skull.
Looks like it might be a skeleton key.
Yeah.
It could actually be very important. So this is much more practical than a treasure would have been. So it was a good call opening the chest.
Hey, you know, she did the big run. I just popped this bad boy open. Still, we'll figure out what we figure out. I gotta tuck the stuff away. We should carry on looking for the girl.
I agree. Yes. Time may be imperative here, but I've got a feeling that we're not going to. I have a dark feeling about this.
You have a dark feeling about this weird, creepy cave we're standing in, this dungeon full of like little buggy monsters and dead people? That gives you a dark feeling? I get that.
Someone is doing this on purpose. Someone has laid these traps to entice people like us. And I don't know why.
I guess you live long enough and get enough riches, you just get kind of bored.
Maybe. We shall see. Let's continue.
As we do, can I just turn to Mrs. Bumble Bumble and just be like, so, I don't know if we're just like not really going to mention it or whatever, but you did fall through like a flaming portal. Is that a whole thing? Do we have to worry about, or?
I don't know really, dear. It's the gentleman that sent me down here just sort of was like, hold on to your gussets, and down I came.
Okay. That's, you know what, that actually seems fine to him, and he goes, all right, cool, let's move on.
It was quite exhilarating. I don't think I've had such excitement in many years.
Mrs. Bumble Bumble, was, you say this man, was he an elf?
Oh, no, dear. He was, you must forgive me. All you big folk look the same to me. But his ears, they were... Oh, yes.
Wow, really?
His ears were a bit more rounded than I think an elf tend to be.
So, a human.
Oh, that's the one, aye. And his... Now, it's not for me to judge, but I must say, all the stuff, the extra metal and pictures he had on himself, I mean, why would you put that onto your body? I just don't understand. I tell you what, if one of my little ones came in, dolled up to the nines like that, we'd be having some words.
You mean he was...
Neshka, I designed... sorry.
No, go.
I designed Neshka on Hero Forge with tattoos, so she's just sort of like subtly trying to cover up her arm right now.
Far as walking away from as the conversation gets more and more elderly, Far's kept walking away, and passes Neshka trying to cover their tattoos, and gives them a pat, and is like, nah, don't worry about it. It takes all sorts, I guess, but it can't be all sorts if you hide yourself.
Oh, no, not yours. Yours are, I'm sure yours are lovely, but all over his face, or you'll never get a job like that, I thought to myself.
Shay's got tattoos on his face.
Oh, I do apologise. You must forgive me, dear. I do apologise. I've rather put my foot in it, haven't I? Silly Mrs. Bimble Bumble.
I realise it's a long way from down there to up here, so your eyesight might not be that great anymore.
No, I don't think my eyes have quite made it up there yet, dear. I do apologise.
Amazing.
I've found another door. Whose turn is it?
Shay, so as you come up to this door, this is a wooden door. All the doors you've seen before are stone, but this is quite a well-made wooden door. And it's got a really intricate lock on it. And you notice that above the lock is a horned devil skull.
I think I might have found somewhere to put the key.
Sweet. What you got there? Oh, yeah, that looks exactly how it's meant to put the key. Good job. We should probably be careful, though.
I sense trepidation, Far. There's something horrendously significant happened in your past that makes you so cautious.
I mean, I got bitten a whole bunch 10 minutes ago by monsters in the door. So yes, yeah. And then about half an hour ago, I got set on fire in that trap room. So yeah, I'm pretty cautious right now. Yeah.
And about 4 hours ago, we got ambushed in the town. When we
you know what? You're right. That is also a thing that happened. So wow, I've had a terrible week actually.
Your luck is pretty bad, Far. Actually,
don't say that I'm about to open the door, dude. That's not gonna make it good. You really got the key and go, wait, why would you say that now?
I'll take the key out of Far's hand and open the lock myself because I'm suddenly reassessing every decision
back and let you do
at
it.
This point involving Far because he is a bad luck token.
Cool. Yeah, you can unlock the door. Nothing happens, and the door is now unlocked. If you wish to open it and go into the room,
I will step into the threshold.
Sweet. Yeah, let's go in.
Cool. And as you enter this room, you see that there is some very normal furniture in here, like a bed, a rug, a desk, some bookshelves. There's a sofa with a lute on it. It's very well kept in here. You've seen the rugs in the rest of the mine that are a bit worn and disheveled, and the rest of the place hasn't been very well looked after. This room is almost perfect in the way it's been maintained.
This is his room, isn't it? The elf's.
Maybe, I guess. But why would he keep his door key in a treasure chest in a trap room?
Are you saying the elf lives down here?
Yeah, we kind of don't think the elf's on the up and up.
Do you believe that his sister is actually down here?
I don't believe his sister even exists.
Look, all we know is that there are people definitely down here in trouble. We've already seen a bunch of bodies.
Yeah, but if he does live down here, then why doesn't he clean up the bodies afterwards?
He's probably got people to do that for him, and they're probably on break.
Probably on strike. That's a lot of bodies.
They could be dead.
Oh, that's also not. Yeah, I hadn't thought.
That would explain the extra bodies, actually.
Maybe he does clean them up, and these are just the most recent ones.
Let's see if we can find a clue. Everyone.
Yeah, let's if I was gonna wander in and give the place a cursory once over and struggle not to do that thing everyone does since it's a bit cool and pick up a guitar when you see it. that loot looks mighty tempting.
Really want you to have to do a performance check. I love performance checks. Cool. Anyone that's looking around, let me know where you're looking around in the room, and you can make a perception or investigation check, your choice, because obviously I want you to find stuff.
Over there seems like a desk of some kind. It's probably useful.
Cool.
Perception.
I'll search the bedroom-ish part of the room.
It's an open plan.
Wardrobe, bed, and that. So.
Cool.
Ooh, got a 15.
Okay. So I'll do yours first, as you've rolled, and everyone else decide where you are, and you can do your rolls, and I'll pick them up afterwards. So, Shape, the first thing you see on the bed is a dress and a nice, summer hat. In the wardrobe, you just find more clothing that you'd expect to find in here, nothing particularly out of the ordinary. And there is a chest at the end of the bed that you spot. And there's a bathtub, but nothing particularly out of the ordinary here. But there is a chest that is unopened.
Is all the clothing more dresses?
Yeah, so the clothing you see is all women's clothing.
Okay.
Women elf clothing.
Just a bunch of feminine clothes in here. This can't be his room. I mean, he was dressed pretty badly, but not
Do
like
they
this.
both live down here? Is this whole thing to lure adventurers down to steal our money? But the bodies have been left behind with all their items on them. Why do that? And
What's going on down here isn't good.
I'll look through this bookcase that I'm on. I'm in the top right-hand corner.
Cool. Investigation or perception?
I did investigation for 10.
Cool. So on that bookshelf, you find lots of books about mining and rare gems. There's a real specific set of tomes around obsidian and the care about mining obsidian and its value, and some storybooks, but nothing that particularly stands out to you.
I'll pick up something that pertains to red gems because
thank God I was going to say.
We found 2, and it might help that we know what we're dealing with.
You find a volume of books that talk about rubies, but the way they're described, they don't match the gems you've got. The cut and the style, they don't match.
Wow.
I'll leave that book up and open on top of the bookcase or on top of a shelf, just so it's
cool.
It's there.
Neshka, what are you doing in this room?
I'm having a look at the rug, seeing if there's anything underneath it.
You lift the rug and it is just the stone floor underneath. There is nothing underneath it.
I was just going to say, before we came into the game, we was all talking about escape rooms. So this is it. This is the escape room.
But they've already escaped.
Mentality. Start clocking everything. Start working it out.
From where you are, then, Eshka, you do notice on the desk behind you that there are some scrolls and an open scroll laid out on the desk as well.
I will check that out, see if there's anything interesting there.
Cool. So, do you open the scrolls and have a quick read through?
I'll see what the open one says first.
Cool. So the open one details an obsidian mine that was discovered, and that Kieran started to use some experimental black powder, which caused some incredible explosions like magic. But there was an accident, and they damaged the floor, and some creatures came out of the mine. But they managed to trap some of them, but not all of them, is the general gist of what you get from that scroll.
Excuse me. I'll open up one of the closed ones and see what it says.
Are they addressed to anyone?
So the one that you open next appears to be a diary entry, and it has got the name Lindis Renalis at the top. And it details that travellers have been arriving, as well as a group searching for something down into the mine, and that she thinks Kieran sent them down here, but they've all been killed by various things. And she just mentions that poor girl with an incomplete sentence. And Lindis believes that one of the creatures down here has some sort of hold over Kieran, but she hasn't been able to confirm that yet.
Right. What's Mrs. Bemble Bumble doing?
Mrs. Bumble, I think, is looking in like bedside drawers, specifically under the mattress and in pillowcases, to see if she can find anything that's been stashed.
So you don't find anything that's been stashed under the bed, and in the bedside tables you just find like a mirror, a brush, like things you would expect, some makeup, things you would expect to be in there. Nothing unusual at all.
Right. You know what? I can't. I'm gonna go check out that desk and that loot.
Cool. So the table you see is just a very small table with two seats next to it, and there are a deck of playing cards set out. It appears that someone's been playing poker here.
Okay. I'm just going to take those cards and that loot then.
Cool. Yeah. You can add a loot and a pack of playing cards to your inventory.
Turn to the other and go, nothing over here, guys.
Anyone searching anywhere else? You have a chest that is unopened and a set of bookcases that you haven't looked at yet.
Is that the one at the end of the bed?
Is that a drinks cabinet?
Which
the globe.
The globe.
Oh, that. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, if you open it, it's got alcohol inside of it, like some rum, some very fine wines. If you wish to open it,
I'll open the chest first.
Cool. Inside the chest, you find what appears to be a sewing tin, and some clothing, more dresses, some blouses, some undergarments. But the thing that stands out is this tin, this metal tin that has like sewing needles and thread drawn on it.
I will open that then.
You open it?
Yeah.
Cool. Inside is something very familiar to you, Shape, that you've seen many times, and Far, you would also recognise these. They're elven biscuits inside the sewing tin. And
oh, classic.
You would all know. Thanks for laughing
straight
at that.
over there. Look.
Yeah.
Love that.
So you would all know that if you eat an elven biscuit, it is equal to a long rest. And you
Oh,
feel
wow.
very revitalized.
I just want a biscuit.
If you eat it another time within 24 hours, it's a short rest. If you eat a third one, though, bad stuff starts happening. Like you can overdose on elven biscuits.
Right.
And there is pen in there.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, I thought they were like little oat crackers. One of my teachers used to make.
And they're like little Danish cookies.
The file was
Sugar
actually
on
excited for
top.
actual biscuits. He actually was like, "Oh, biscuits! Oh man, this is a magic item."
But yes, you can have that.
Nice.
Please remember you've got them because they may or may not become useful at some point.
I mean, how are we feeling, guys? I know that obviously Neshko and Mrs. Bimblebomb just got here, but do you guys feel like you could use a break? These biscuits will let us carry on. Sorry. These biscuits will let us carry on without having to take actual real time breaks. They're weird magic biscuits. Also, butterscotch.
I know what they are, pal. We were given
Yeah,
to them.
I know you do. It's more for Kingsman's benefit. I'm sorry, man.
We were given to them as we went into battle. They would charge us with energy, so we could fight harder and fight longer. We could wear our enemies down. They are useful, but their intentions are not always good. We should be careful with them.
Okay, well, I'm pretty hungry, so I would like one. Kingsman?
I will hold them. I will refrain for now.
You can have one, Far, but just remember that energy comes at a cost.
Yeah, the cost is ruining dinner. I munch that biscuit.
Anyone that wants to munch a biscuit that can get hold of one can munch a
Because
biscuit.
I need my key points back.
Who is eating a elven biscuit? Is it just Far?
Yeah,
I'm not going to take one for now. What I might do actually is, whilst everybody's searching around the room, might have a little lay down on the bed and just take a short rest.
Yeah, I'll allow that. That's fine. You'll just see Shane apparently open a chest, find a tin which has some biscuits in, and then just lays on the bed. It's just given.
Okay.
Shoes off first.
I will take my shoes off.
He's big enough that his feet overhang the bed a little bit.
Did you say there was a wardrobe? Oh, well, you went to the wardrobe already, right?
Yeah, so you
Have
searched
we
the
got
wardrobe.
anything else?
I think I'll move on from the desk and start having a look at the bookcases over here.
Cool. So on the desk, what I will point out, you also notice as you walk past is some keys, a set of 5 keys on a ring, a musical trinket box, and a letter opener. It's not a weapon, it is very blunt, but it is made of silver.
Okay, I will grab the keys. Yeah, I think the keys would be useful.
And yeah, you can make an investigation or a perception check for the second bookcase. Let's see if you find anything.
Oh, no. Well, that's a 5.
So how are you looking around this bookcase?
I'm just sort of like scanning the titles of them. I'm not. Neska's not the biggest reader.
Can I aid in any way?
Yeah, I'll let you give the help action.
Yeah, I say, I can't read the ones up high there. You're like, what, 6 foot? What's it say? And I grant you help action.
Yeah, you can roll again. More advantage.
Oh, 20 this time.
Nice.
That's much better. So as you're looking, you're scanning these titles, and Far talks to you, and sort of you look at him and then back, and you lose your place. So you try to concentrate. You see a book hidden down the back of the bookcase that looks out of place, and there is also a closed scroll. There's no other scrolls on this bookcase, but there's another closed scroll just laying on top of one of the shelves.
Okay, I'll get the scroll, and I'll point out to the others that there's a book that looks like it doesn't belong here. Anybody know about books?
A bit. I'll check out the book.
And I will read the scroll.
Cool. So you unfurl the scroll. The scroll first put in the book, and you see it's another diary entry within the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, and it appears to be a final diary entry for Lindis, explaining a strange compulsion that's come over her about mining the obsidian, and she doesn't know why, but she's concerned as she tries to resist it and fight it. So she's placed the spare key to her living quarters in a chest, and she's put the 2 gems for the hidden entrance separated and protected. and she hopes that no one finds them to get through, and that she'll need to swing across to make sure that everything is secure and safe.
So about those gems.
Oh yeah, what about? I pull them both out. What about them?
I'll read the scroll to everyone else.
Oh no! I pull them back.
And then you read the book that you found at the back of the bookcase.
Oh right, yeah, I found this too, and I pop it open.
So as you pop it open, on the cover you notice it says the Diary of Kiros, and I don't believe you speak this
scandalous.
Just double check. No, inside of these symbols and this language that you do not speak.
Oh man!
Do you flick through to see if there's anything else you can pick out or recognize in there, even if you don't speak the language?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I call the others over if they're not like busy, so we can all get eyes on.
Cool. And as you flick through, you see diagrams of creatures and beings and annotations, almost as though like a dissection and the anatomy of these creatures. And there are formulas that you would probably recognize that are to do with chemicals, but the language you cannot read. But you get the impression there's some experimentation gone on and is detailed within this book.
Okay. So, number one, it seems like the elf girl we came for was here, I guess, and she's been compelled to go and do some weird shit downstairs. And then two, it seems like Kiros, I'm sorry, it was Kiros, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like Kiros was working on some weird shit. Like, look at this. And he opens it up again to show the abominations and weird dissections and stuff.
Oh, sorry, Joe, it's a little high for me. Do you mind if I just have a wee look?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Here, I'll pass it down to her.
Have a little flick through. And I would like to have a little flick through and then find its way into my belongings.
Cool. Make a sleight of hand check.
I am looking right at you.
Everyone is. Everyone's crowded. Like,
I just need to get near the light, and I'm going to kind of turn away with it a little bit. That is going to be a 21.
Okay. Everyone else can make perception checks because you are all looking at this book.
Do you know what? As one dubious individual to another, real recognize real. Far doesn't bother. This is where Far figures out what Mrs. Bimblebomble actually does for a living.
Cool. Anyone that is paying attention and wouldn't let it slide can make a perception check. Then that's fine. I respect that decision.
I got a 19, so I guess Neshka notices, but might not say anything. It makes sense to take the book with us.
Yeah, like you know that the book was handed to Mrs. Bimblebomble and she turned around, but you also know that like we do need the book, so someone's got to have it. But you don't notice where it goes. But suddenly it is not in Mrs. Bimblebumble's hands. That's fine. Kingsman, did you do it? Or Shafe, did you do a check?
I'm laying on the bed.
I'm looking at the book about the red gems. I'm good.
Okay, cool. So, Mrs. Bimblebumble, you have the book, and no one is sure where it is. But they will know you had it last, obviously. They're not stupid. They will know that, but they don't know where it is now. Cool. Anything else you want to do in this room?
I'm going to call to Kingsman and Shafe. Say, guys, I think we got a clue here. Shafe, you snore so loud, man.
I make my way over. What have you found?
I regale them about how Elizabeth was enticed down into mine to go on Mine City, and something down there is calling people to it, about how there's some creepy shit going on with, hey, where'd that book go? Anyway, there's some creepy shit going on downstairs too. So we should all be on our best guard. But whatever's happening here is calling people down. If you don't do something about it, it might just carry on doing it. But either way, Elf Girl definitely downstairs.
Okay, let's try and find the way down. Let's try and find some stairs.
So if it's calling the people down, should we put stuff in our ears?
Yeah, no, actually, that's not actually a terrible idea. Is there anything in this room we could use to like ward our ears? Tissue or something?
I'll just go and rip the bedclothes to pieces. I'm finished.
Okay, all right.
There's cloth here, there's clothing. You would find probably some hankies or something if you didn't want to destroy.
I get a hanky while you tear the bed to shreds.
But
try and stuff a blanket in your ears.
Shaith and Kingsman have both done the same thing now of destroying somebody else's property without any thought. So I quite like that they have consistently done that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a little thing that they do now.
I hand the hankies out to Mrs. Bumblebomble and Neshka.
Clearly, this room is more
Neshka's already
destroyed
like
than the one
tearing up a
Kingsman
book
did.
and putting the paper in.
Okay, I mean I'm not that kind of monk, so I guess it's fine. But that's fine.
Oh dear, this group does like to tear things up, eh? Is that a you thing?
Yes, Mrs. Bumblebottom, it's a youth thing. And then Bob, stone-eyed, walks out.
Cool. I like Shaith. Shaith goes and explores a bit, doesn't he?
Yes,
You can, I think, Dave, you can reveal that bit of the map where Shaith is.
I'm following the tactic that Kingsman used earlier, which was to walk up to the corner and peer around.
Cool. You very delicately do. As you do, to the right, you see a wall that is demolished with these little singes of fire. And to the left, you see a well. And you can just about see what looks like probably another door opening just slightly further up around here.
Okay, I will move around to the door.
Actually, as we get to the edge there, I'm going to grab Kingsman and Mrs. Bumblebomble and point to the scorch marks, because the last time we saw scorch marks didn't go well for us.
Yes.
But guys,
indeed.
whoa, hold on. Remember what we said
Shaith,
about
hold up.
traps?
Neshka, be careful. We found signs of fire, scorch marks. Be careful where you step. We've been called out too many times already.
What happened when you found the scorch marks?
More
We
fire.
burned.
Yeah. So this place is full of traps. We just got to be real careful. And by real careful, I mean, can I do a perception check, please?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Shaith, while he's doing that, it's another wooden door, very intricate, very well done. And you see that above the lock is a symbol of an open book.
There was a ring of 5 keys in the other room, wasn't there?
I picked that one up, yeah.
Yeah, and Neshka, if you look through, you will find one of the keys has the symbol of an open book on it.
Nice. That's 23 for perception, by the way.
Cool. So you don't hear anything from where Shaith is. It's almost like deathly silent. But around this area, you just hear this noise. And sorry for anyone that's got misophobia, but you just hear this
Okay.
noise coming from
Slurping,
that
chomping
direction.
noise?
That doesn't
No,
sound
more
good.
like a sucking noise
Oh, okay.
rather than a chomping or it's slurping, but it's more like a.
Okay.
That's
All
what
right.
it's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll alert. I'm next to Mrs. Bumblebomb and Kingsman. I'll alert them so I can be like, guys, I hear a weird sucking noise in there. So if we're gonna look around that way, let's be super careful and not on fire.
I agree. Let's try and keep the noise down. Shaith, just shh.
What?
He drops the keys.
Ching.
Ding, 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 ding. Cool.
So where is this door with the book?
Where Shaith is.
Yeah.
Yeah, up where Shaith is where the door is.
I don't trust that well either.
No.
Mm-mm.
What?
I don't trust anything. We got north.
It's
is
a it's a
bad. The
big
door is
hole.
bad.
Yeah, it's a big hole for
Scorch
things to come
marks
up. I don't trust that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the big hole. There's the thing making noises in the next room. There's
Yeah.
scorch marks. I think the
Let's- you know what?
safe set is checking out this room.
Yeah, actually, I agree. We're getting into this place safer than standing here.
Let's hope so.
Don't like that.
I'll step aside so Neshka can open the door with a key.
That's very. I think that's noble of you. I don't think.
Man, what a guy.
It's about as noble as it gets.
You go in front. That's fine. Cool. Yeah, you. Go on.
Yeah, as I slide the key into the lock, can I hear anything to suggest that maybe the door is trapped or?
So you can make an investigation or perception check, whichever you prefer is better for you, and I will let you know what you find out.
8.
Yeah, no, you can't see anything. It just looks like a wooden door. Even on an 8, like you're pretty confident. Actually, the last door like this wasn't trapped, so you don't think this one would be either.
Well, this is fine then. I'll open the door.
Yeah. Nothing happens. It is not trapped. But as you open the door, by comparison to the quite tranquil room you've just been in, that is very, very well laid out and well maintained, this room is chaotic. It is scattered. There are bookcases turned over, ripped books on the floor, a bed overturned, chairs ripped to pieces. Everything has been decimated and destroyed in here. And if you go into the room, does anyone want to go into the room?
Okay.
I'll go into the room, sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
And smaller than the other one, actually.
Yeah, and as you go in, you can see on the documents there is stuff with the name Kieran on it. And so you can probably get an idea that this is Kieran's room.
Oh dear, what a state. Someone's not getting their pocket money this week.
That's very accurate.
I'm going to wander around and have a search through this area here.
Yeah,
It looks
investigation,
like
perception
basically
checks.
Pushed over. That is a 22 on perception.
How?
Sorry, not 22 on perception. No, I've added the wrong thing on. 19 on perception. I rolled a 17 on the dice.
I was gonna say, like, I know your passive perceptions. I've had to write them down because they're so low, and I was like, "How? That's amazing."
I was adding persuasion,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which also begins with P. No, I rolled a 17. I have +2, so that's 19.
How would you do a persuasion perception check? Anyway,
Well,
cool.
yeah, that's easy. I just tell somebody else to do it.
You tell the room, "Show me your secrets," or
Yes, yeah.
bad things might happen in here. Of course, as you're walking through Shaith, you do notice that there are some broken bottles that they look like they're probably potion bottles. There's like 3 of them that are broken around the room. And you see some more scrolls. There's probably about 4 of them, and specifically under the bed you find one, because that is where you searched.
It was the bed, right? Okay. So they're all smashed and liquid's gone, or is it any liquid left in the potion bottles? So
You can see like these drops of liquid, but that's it. Most of it is just smashed and been drained through the floor. Okay. But they do have labels.
Can I read the labels?
You can't. No, they're written in a language that you don't speak, but you can tell that they're the same language as the book. Oh no, you didn't look at the book. No,
book,
just yeah, you don't know about that. So they're just some labels written in a language you don't understand.
I will hold them out to the others and say, look, these look like potion bottles, and there's the remnants of liquid left in the bottom, and there's something written on this label, but I can't read it. Can anyone read it?
No one can read it.
No.
But those that looked at the book do now realise that that is the same language as whatever the book was written in.
Can I have a little look at this kind of broken, what looks like chest area?
Where you are is a desk that has been just like snapped in half.
Ooh,
and that is where some of the scrolls that Shaith has seen, you can see a couple of them are kind of underneath that and just poking out a little bit.
I will have a little rummage, please.
You absolutely. Would you like to read the scrolls?
Yeah, if I can.
So the two that you find, you can't.
This is
Unfortunately.
Can
But I'm
I just
confident that
go?
other party
Can I just
members
go
might
around
too.
picking up all the scrolls that I can see on the floor?
Yeah, you can pick up the other two. You definitely get the one behind the bed, which you can read, by the way, Shade, if you choose to.
Yeah, I will read that then.
Cool. So the one that you find, you know the language is Undercommon.
Okay.
And just scrawled across it in chaotic order, like they're not in lines like you would expect this to be neatly written. They are just scrawled all over. It just is the same phrase repeated again and again. Dig the mine, free the children, feed the children.
I'm liking this less and less.
I don't know why.
Sounds like there might be some weans down there in need of a nice bit of bread and butter pudding.
I actually love
No,
that movie.
before we met you, we were attacked or fighting these spider scorpion type creatures who were wearing waistcoats.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh,
They might
It is.
have been, but they were sharp teeth and sharp claws. They
but that's not uncommon for weans.
Mrs. Bumble, you can have inspiration for identifying that those creatures are in fact adorable.
Yay!
But after we managed to fight them off, we heard a voice, a rather loud voice, echo through the rooms, which says, "My children." Is this a reference to the same creatures? Are there more of these things below us, especially the mother?
Actually, I'm not in there. I'm having a smoke outside, so I can't do anything.
Well,
You're listening to that slurpy noise.
Yeah, having the quickest smoke I can.
It's one of those noises that once you've heard it, like you can't unhear it. It's constant, it is still going as well.
perhaps we should maybe get a wee shuffle on then. The less time spent around this whole situation, the better.
Right. I'll have a quick look down the well because I know.
Stick your head down the well.
Look over the edge. I don't have to stick my head in it. Just look down it.
So, describe to me, Shaith, exactly what you're doing to look down this well.
I'm going to walk up to it, put both hands down on the edge of the well, peer over into the depths below.
Have you got dark vision? You haven't, have you?
No, because I'm a human, so I do not have dark vision.
I just see Shay stomp out of the room and just like slam their head down a well. I was like, you good, Shay?
Well, this well was worrying you. I don't want to leave stuff behind us that causes some anxiety. I'm sure there's enough anxiety ahead of us to share equally.
Okay, well, anything down there?
Well, to be fair, I can't see in the dark, so there's nothing in the first 7 feet.
Be aware, this is a one-way down.
Yeah,
it is the first way down we found.
I don't know about climbing down a well to get down. It wouldn't probably lead to the quarry anyway.
We can use a bucket and the ropes, maybe.
Did the diary not talk about swinging?
Oh, you don't think they went down the well, do you guys? I'm not going down a well.
I'd like to drop a ball bearing down the well, please.
Nice.
Cool. You absolutely can drop a ball bearing down. Shaith, as you lean over and you are talking to far over your shoulder, but your voice echoes, and once you can only see like 7 or 8 feet down because it's very dark, you then see a ball bearing drop and disappear into the darkness.
I'd like to listen for how far it goes, if it's like if it hits water or something soft or not at all.
To water, a body, yeah, you know.
Spider baby.
You listen and you drop it perfectly in the center. Happen to reach over a little bit because you're quite short.
Excuse me, dear. I'm just going to use you as a bit of a stool.
And you do, and you drop it, and you wait a little bit. You wait a little bit longer, and eventually, about 30, 40 seconds later, you hear a ploosh that echoes up the well, as you believe it's hit water.
Well, it's a functioning well then.
Yeah, that's. I wouldn't lead to a quarry. That should lead to like an underground river or something. It's got to be another way down.
Let's keep this in mind.
Is there are there buckets or pulleys around?
So you see there are buckets. There's 3 of them laid around the well, and there is like a very long bit of rope. That is several bits of rope tied together.
Can I put a bucket down and try and draw some water up, or whatever the liquid might be?
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. I do that then, please.
Yeah, you put that down. How strong is Mrs. Bimble?
Oh, she's got old bones. Not particularly strong.
So make me a strength check to see if you can pull this full water bucket up.
Eglin.
I like how Steve just doesn't help. Like, just mountain of muscle watches a little old lady. Goes, well, he's fine
I
to me.
rolled a 5 for a 4.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Cool. You cannot. You're like your feet are on the edge of the well and you're leaning back and the bucket's not moving.
Oh no.
Went down really easily.
Could I require some assistance, please? If there's fire, water might help.
I'll pull the bucket up.
Yeah, you do. You don't have to roll. You can just do it, Shay. Is the bucket of water better? For a gnome that is very old, it's very difficult. But for you're a bit confused as to why it's so difficult.
Oh, thank you. Look at you go. Such strength.
I hand the filled bucket with whatever's in the bottom of it to Mrs. Bimblebumble.
Oh, yeah,
We
what
just
is in
have
the
to put
bucket?
it down on the floor, dear. I'm not going to be able to pick that up.
Someone knew where that was going.
I will place it on the floor. I'll be nice and place it on the floor rather than putting it on the edge of the well.
Wonderful. I give you a bucket, Pondy. Thank you very much. Is it water? Is it ichor?
It is water. You see that it is not perfectly clean because it is a well that is quite. You would actually know how far down you are, but it is very far down. But yeah, it's water that's relatively clean. Probably with a bit of magic would be actually fine to drink.
Wonderful. Well, we could take a bucket with us if there's going to be fire.
That's actually pretty handy. Far's looking at the edge of this scorched area with the slurping noise and turns back and goes, I think that's a smart idea. Maybe we can get a couple of buckets?
Okay, but someone else has got to do it. I'm booped.
It is a good idea. Let's preload. We got 3 buckets. Let's preload.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And like, no
I'll
offense,
throw the other
but
2
you
buckets
three
down
are,
and pull them back up, so we have 3 buckets.
yeah, you 3 are uniquely suited to carrying heavy things, so we'll leave it to you guys to be the bucket holders.
We're also uniquely suited to be damaging creatures with our swords,
Yeah,
rather than
but
carrying buckets of water.
if the creatures are generate that's above table, never mind. Fish goes, yeah, I guess.
So, who is carrying a bucket?
I will carry a bucket.
I'll
I
take
will
one
give
if she wants to take one.
I will reluctantly carry the 3rd one.
Okay, so you've got 2.
Yes.
So, just to clarify, so we're aware of where we're at, Shay has a bucket in each hand, has to have his shield and his sword on his back.
Wait, he's got 2 buckets? I
Yes.
thought we had 3 buckets.
Yeah. So I'm carrying 2, and then Kingsman's carrying the other one, unless you want to take one.
Yeah, how are these buckets? Could a normal humanoid carry this bucket? Could
Oh yeah, the only one that has to roll for it is Mrs. Bimblebobble.
Oh, okay.
Both of you could just, it's just a bucket of water.
I just thought they were like super heavy buckets. Yeah, okay,
No,
sure.
not at all.
Far takes the buckets off shape, but I never mind of this.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll take my shield off my back.
Okay, so you've got your shield, but you've got your sword away and you've got a bucket in your other hand.
Yeah.
Kingsman's not carrying any weapons, that's fine.
I have a bucket.
You have it. Hey, and in Kingsman's hands, that could be a weapon.
Anything in my hands becomes a weapon.
Do you want to dual wield?
I'll just spin round.
You know what? I'd work it out. I'd allow it though. Cool. So you've got these buckets. What are we all doing? You can hear this squelching, sucking sound. You obviously found the book and some other information.
In the vein of caution, I'll just walk around the corner.
What? Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Dave, we can reveal once again as Shaith has walked into that area. What is there?
I'm armed with water.
Cool. And as you walk around, if everyone can now stay roughly where they are, you walk over this rubble of this wall that has been demolished, and clearly some sort of fire or great impact has hit it. And you see the floor changes here. It is more of what you would expect from a mine. It is very natural ground, but it is uneven and broken. And up here, you see two broken chests, and you can see from what is there that it's just like plates and like old food and stuff. There's nothing of any value in those broken chests. And you see this body that is wearing armor, and more importantly, you see these three creatures that are atop it that look almost from where you are like stretched skin with these elongated snouts that are attached to this body, finding their way through the armor, and are just
That's the second.
out.
Mosquito style.
But they pay you no attention. That is what you all notice, that they don't stop what they're doing. They're paying you no attention because they keep rolling low on their perception checks, so they don't even know you're there. I got a 4 and a 3 both times.
Smashing. Super lucky. Let's go. Right. I guess, Shaith, you're in the front there. What are you seeing? What are you doing?
So the body that's on the floor, what sort of creature is it? Human, elf, male, female?
From where you are, you can't really tell because it's got a helmet on.
Okay. But unlikely to be the sister who, from at least the looks of everyone, was into summery clothes and sun hats.
Yeah, I won't make you roll insight for that. You would not expect to find the sister of the elf you met at the top wearing armor, don't you?
Okay. Again, her description said swing across the gap. I think I remember that correctly. Do we think this to the south of us?
It does look like a gap area, yeah.
Is there a rope hanging anywhere?
So, Dave, if you can reveal this bit to everyone, if you can, a little bit more.
And the next bit.
Yeah.
Boom.
Did not realize that was more map. Okay.
Oh, there's a lot more map. Cool. So what you see as you look south now, or what you think is south, you assume, you see more rubble and the floor is broken away, and there is now about a 15, 20-foot gap. But on the other side, you see a set of stairs leading down to more of the same sort of ground that you're on now. And on the other side, around here, you can see that there is a bit of rope that has been put on a python into the wall, and then someone has swung across on it, obviously. You know that for a fact. And then it's been left on the other side.
So how far, roughly, would you say is across this gap?
About 15, 20 feet from the closest point.
Right.
This bit here, and there's lots of rubble near the edge.
Okay. Right, well, I mean, I think as Far comes in, sees the things, goes, ugh. Shouldn't we deal with those creatures first? I want them following us.
I agree.
Okay. I put down my... Sorry, Mrs. Bimblebobble, I can't hear you.
Oh no, I was just saying, love, we'll just get rid of him.
Yeah. I'd rather not have that come upon us again.
Okay. Then I will slowly place my bucket of water onto the floor.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I also slowly place some bucket of water on the floor.
I shall
It was a
draw
good
my
plan.
weapon for combat.
So, Shape, I would like to make a stealth check for how
Gladly.
quietly you put this bucket down.
That's a 14 on the dice. And I have disadvantage. And that's a 10. So that's a total of 10.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you put the bucket down, and it just like a little bit, but it's relatively quiet. There's a bit of a slosh of liquid. Creatures don't stop what they're doing; they pay attention to what they're doing.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Then I'll draw my sword and make my way towards them to attack.
Okay. Is anyone else going with Shape?
I will.
Yeah, I'm hanging back with my crossbow.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sorry, say that again, Mrs. Bimble Bumble.
I say, yeah, likewise, I'll get out my little short bow.
Yeah.
Cool. Neshka, what are you doing?
I will step forward.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Kingsman and Neshka, can you make stealth checks as you try and sneak up on these creatures, I assume? Because otherwise you won't get where you are if you just run up to them.
I got 23. I'm good.
I got 3. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay. So, Neshka, if you move back to about here, we'll say you get to about here,
Okay.
as you are clumping a bit and the ground changes and you don't quite adjust your step in time. Is anyone readying any actions?
I'm gonna ready to fire on the first one takes a swipe at one of the guys.
Okay, cool. So if one of them attacks anyone else, you will go. If it isn't already your turn. Mrs. Bumble Bumble, are you readying a similar action, by any chance?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, exactly the same.
Cool. Neshka?
I will ready my quarterstaff and cast Shalala on it.
Cool. That's fine. And then Kingsman and Shades, are you readying
I'm
anything? as you
readying
do
my
sneak up?
bucket. So I'm going to slam it over my head. Bam! Into
Love it.
whatever this thing is.
Okay, how much damage does a bucket of full of water do? Okay.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That shit hurt.
Shades, are you readying anything?
I'm just readying to slash it with a sword.
Okay. Cool. So as you get up, everyone else, because Far and Mr. Bumble, you don't approach, you don't have to make a stealth check, you're just stood where you are. Shaith and Kingsman, you get up to these creatures, and Neshka, as you try to move in, you just make a little bit too much noise, and they do notice that you're there. So if everyone can roll initiative, but everyone other than Neshka, unfortunately, will get a surprise round because they weren't expecting you.
Oh, nice.
So in initiative, guys, you can put in the initiative column, just type in your number. They will add your characters to initiative. There we go. And you can add in your number. You can just type in your numbers.
Sweet.
And Dave, can you show the tokens for these creatures?
Okay.
I assume you know which ones they are.
Slurpy boys.
Is it a sturge?
Slop monsters.
So there's 2
How
available
dare you.
for you.
Cool. And I can control copy, can't I? Is what I can do.
You can, yeah.
Where is the initiative?
Top left.
So on the top left, there's an icon of crossed swords. So if you click on that, it will then take you to the initiative tracker box.
And you have this.
Oh, yeah. They look like the things from Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I love them. I
Horrible
think they're
things.
just brilliant. Because
I'm going to kick one's head off, like in the movie.
I'm gonna squash it with a bucket.
Got to be lore accurate.
Cool. Have we got everyone so far? I'll ignore Zestra. That's fine. So they rolled a nat 20 in their initiative, so they got a 23 altogether.
Thank you, surprise round.
But they are surprised. So just as they react and turn around and see you all, we go straight into the initiative, and you will get a free round where you can basically have at it. And
Nice.
they aren't able to react, move, or do anything in time. But if you want to go first from where you are.
Yeah. It's time for me to use that triple crossbow I worked so hard to get. Oh, nice. That's 22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 hits these little things.
Lovely. That's give me 6 damage on pick one. On one of these guys.
Which one do you target?
I'll get this guy. Oh, how do I make a target thingy? This guy here.
That one there?
If you right click with your mouse, you get a laser pointer.
Oh, nice.
Cool. So you fire your crossbow bolt, finding a pathway through Shaith, which I will allow because it's humorous. And as this creature turns around, noticing these 2 mammoth men stood above it, your crossbow bolt just goes straight through its head and demolishes it, and it is dead because they're sturges.
Nice.
So that one's gone straight away.
I love you, weird crossbow. I awkwardly kiss it.
Any bonus action
No.
or movement? You're happy where you are?
I know where I am.
Cool. Mrs. Bumble.
Cool. I think Mrs. Bumble is just gonna go, oh, excuse me, dear, around Nesca. Just pop herself just a little in the front and pop off a little at this little dude here.
Have at it. Roll to attack. To hit.
Get him, Mrs. B.
That's a dirty 20.
Yes, that absolutely hits.
Nice.
Yeah. That is going to be 5 points of damage.
Cool. Crossbow, was it again?
Short bow.
Short bow. So you loose it, and your arrow just pins this creature to the wall behind it as it bursts, and blood just spills out of it because that is what these creatures drink.
Really?
Giant mosquito thing's nice.
And it is dead. So would you like to... Any bonus action? Any movement? Any more movement than what you've had?
I think I'm then going to just... I think that's going to be me and just turn to Nesca and be like, that was fun! Do you want to turn, dear?
Absolutely.
Well, next up is Kingsman with his big bucket.
So I've already been swinging this around, so it's we'll try and hit.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Been building on Steve with a big swing for the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever your normal attack bonus is, so your strength plus proficiency is what you can add to this.
Oh, which is good. 5, 6, 7. That's 14 in total.
14 exactly hits.
Boom.
Nice.
What would you like me to do for damage?
Yeah,
a full bucket of water.
Yeah, I'm going to say D6 because that's like bucket. It's a wooden bucket of water as well. I will point out you're about to destroy the bucket.
Okay, I got a 4 on a D6.
Cool. Plus your strength modifier, which is
right. So that's 9 in total then.
Yeah, I will tell you now, but they have 1 hit point each because I rolled these to see what they actually had. So you swing your bucket round, and as it connects with this creature that just is able to turn around and look up at you and is immediately frightened, you swat it away like a fly because they're only tiny with this bucket. And as the bucket hits this creature, the bucket splits open and the water pushes it back against the wall. And the impact just again causes this one to... It doesn't burst this one as much, but it hits the wall and it just crumbles down. And you have killed these poor innocent creatures that were causing you no harm and not affected at all.
Because
they're causing me like mental anguish, okay? The noise is gross. This was a justified hearing, okay?
That stopped. But cool, yeah, you're at combat. they're very tiny little creature sturges, but I do love them. And Dave, we just quickly show a picture of the sturge, just so we can show everyone.
Look at the sturgeon in there. Look at that guy.
They're just beautiful. Like they're lovely creatures. They're misunderstood.
Yeah.
Adopt a sturge. Adopt a sturge. Cool. Yeah, this poor bit of wildlife that was not bothering you and was just like doing what it does.
I checked the body. I checked the body. I do not count sturgeon. I scuffed the bits of body out of the way, bits of dead scourge. I go, gross. Ugh. What's on this guy though?
So you see no markings on this. I won't make you roll for it. There's no markings on his armor, so it just is plain armor. So you get the impression he's probably not a member of any royal guard or any particular nation. Just like yourselves, someone has travelled down this mine and has been killed by the looks of it by 3 sturges.
Honestly, I feel worse for this guy because those things were so easy and they killed him. This guy should have been down here. This guy was this is a too high level of this dude. That feels crazy, man. You need to be back out in the field killing rats for something. Sorry. Wrong area. Oh well. You haven't got anything on him? Okay.
Yeah, no weapons or anything.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very unprepared, one would suggest.
He doesn't have a pouch. What I wanted was some more rope. If he had a adventurous gear on him.
We have lots of rope.
You can always do with more rope.
You could do more rope, but we can just go back to the well and cut the rope off whatever it's attached to and bring it here.
Yeah, that works too. How do you want to do this?
Well, I've figured that one of us needs to go across.
Okay.
And maybe myself and Kingsman could throw Mrs. Bemble Bumble across.
Far's eyes go so wide, and they're like, no, I can handle it. It's okay.
While that conversation is happening, Mrs. Bemble Bumble, please be looking for any sturdy part of the rock that she might be able to drive a python into.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need to roll for it because Mrs. Bemble Bumble will be experienced in finding these things to an extent. And you see this pillar here where there's already a python in it with another bit of rope that's hanging on the other side. Looks very solid. It's been damaged a little bit, but actually it looks pretty strong. It would hold your weight, definitely.
Okay. So there's an existing python that's there, just to clarify, sorry, and there's a rope that's been cut?
No, so it's tied up to it and it is hanging over this bit of rubble here and disappears around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Almost like someone has swung across,
hasn't it? Yeah.
And then not returned the rope.
I see.
Oh, got it.
Like it was a one-way trip.
Inconsiderate.
All right, guys. Give me a sec. Paul's gonna look at the edge of the rubble. Look back at Shafe, the rubble again, and get a nice big run up as they jump.
Yes.
80. Well, I can jump up to 80. I'm not gonna do that.
So I just want to point something out before you do this.
Yes, go ahead.
Mrs. Bumble, I love that name. You are close enough that you can see that the fall here is about 200 feet.
Okay.
This is not a small drop. That ground that you can see is a long way down.
Yeah.
I can jump. I can jump
this
easy. I can jump twice my death.
Cool. What's your jumping distance?
It's not your walking speed, is it? What is jumping distance?
So it's normally your strength modifier.
But if you was to use jump, then you can double that.
There's no jump on here.
I'm not saying I don't want you to do it. I just
No, it's cool. I guess
specific is wrong
it's
because
cool.
I would feel mean.
I'm not jumping straight over anyway. But yes.
Oh, you're trying to go for the rope?
Yeah.
Okay, so the rope is about 5 feet, so you could easily make that rope.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not going to try and do a full.
You need to make a check to grab hold of it, but other than that, you could make the jump. But you'd have to try and make a check to see if you can grab hold of it.
Cool. Yeah, that's why I'm up
what
for
happens after that.
I will need to find that jump. So that's weird.
Sure,
yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm jumping towards the rope, and I'm going to try and grab that bad boy.
Here we go.
Go for it.
So yeah, I think Mrs. Bimble was like measuring, doing proper checks and stuff, and Fudge goes, "Ah, yeah, I got it," and just jumps
Amazing.
past her and
Bumble screams.
Cool. So you do need to make an acrobatics check to avoid the rocks and tripping over them.
Oh, I love it.
But even with a trip, you're likely to still make the rope. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, that's 14.
Yeah. You are able to avoid them and dodge around them, and you always use them for leverage as you get near the edge and jump off to grab.
Yeah. For Neshka, Mrs. Bumble, I haven't seen Bar do martial arts before. It's a very Jackie Chan style where nothing looks like it should really work. But it's just audacious enough to look like they either got really lucky or knew what they're going to do in the first place.
Cool. So you jump, and in the air, I wouldn't go that far if I was you.
Oh, too far.
You try and grab hold of the rope. Make a sleight of hand check.
You want to do like the Prince of Persia wall run.
Yeah,
grab the rope.
That's a good one. Can I do that? Can I do that? Actually,
If there was enough wall, I would allow it.
Okay.
But there isn't.
Yeah.
You get like 2 steps.
No worries. It's like hand. It's 14 again.
Yeah, you are able to grab hold of this rope, and you naturally swing round the corner a little bit. And as you do, a bit closer to the wall, as it's quite tight, this rope, you get on the other side. And Dave, if we can have some more monster tokens, that'd be great. If we can have the larger eel spider creature and a couple of the smaller ones, that'd be
awesome.
great.
Thanks so much, Ross. I love this.
Right, so I'm going to unlock the same we had before, so you can see those.
Excellent. I just need a couple of them.
Do that.
I think so. You guys hear like easy, ow, oh shit, in that order.
Yeah. Cool. Let me just sort these out quickly so they're not hanging over there. Cool. So as you swing around, you see this creature who, I've got to stop using that dice now, who absolutely notices you and swings its eel-like head around and looks at you far. Where is my children? And if everyone can roll initiative, because you've come around.
Can I throw the rope back beforehand?
Nope. You
Okay.
absolutely cannot. I like to be nice, but not.
No, I got you. Oh, it's a 6.
Cool. Right. Well, I'll roll initiative again for these little creatures. Right. I'll leave it up.
Are you doing them separately, Ross? Or do you
No,
want
it'll
to
be
just
under
put them
one. They all be under one.
So I've added the adult token.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I need. Cool. This will be fine. It'll be absolutely fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I like monks.
So I'm trying to hide a smile, but I am quite enjoying it. It's quite making me chuckle.
No, it's a fun scene to like run past Mrs. Bimblebottom, not say anything, hit the wall, and go yes, and then go no, as you see.
Oh shit!
Queen jean jacket.
Yes, and that is what you see. This one doesn't just have a cloak; it has a proper jacket around it, but it has that spider body and that elongated eel's neck, and it is much bigger than the ones that you saw before. But you do see a couple of them as well, scurrying around.
Great, so good, guys.
And I'll also tell you, Far, that what you notice, because you're somewhat more perceptive than other people, is around here, these crates that are broken, you see this black powder on the ground, and the same with these crates over here. It's a black powder that as a trader and a smuggler you've heard of, but you haven't actually seen much of it about the continent.
I've
you've
heard
heard
about it well just now in the diary. So the memory is fresh, and the torches are not plentiful.
So we have our initiatives. Monster got a good roll again. So the Nyogi is going to go first. And for its bonus action, is going to look at you, Far, and the words of my children echo through your head. And I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Okie dokie. That's 15.
Oh, the DC was 14, so you beat it. As those words echo in your head, you feel them try to overpower you, as though this creature is trying to control you and make you acquiesce to what it might want you to do. But you're able to shake it off and just beat it. And you are not charmed or enslaved by this creature, which is good for you.
I say in Dwarvish, no hablo common.
Look. So it then runs up to you, as that doesn't work.
Great.
And it's going to take 3 attacks.
Oh no.
As it tries to bite you and claw at you. Cool, so one of them hits, and I think that one's going to miss. It's a 14 hit?
Nope.
No, cool. So 24 does, but a 7 and a 14 don't. So it tries to bite you, and you're able to dodge it and react in time, and then it tries to claw at you and misses, but then it claws at you again, and this time it's able to catch you with these arms that come out of it that are quite thin and not very strong looking, and they've got like these 3 claws at the end.
Oh, awesome. No, thank you.
As you are going to take 7 points of slashing damage as this creature slashes at you.
Got it.
But you see the little ones, they move closer together, but they don't approach you. They stay where they are. And fortunately for you, that is the end of their turn.
Awesome.
And Kingsman, we now go over to you.
Okay. Can we see that rope? Did the rope come back, or is Far still got the rope with it?
I still got it. I literally dangled nothing to it.
Yeah, the rope is still with Far. On his turn, he can choose to throw it back or not. You can see it tied to the python, but you can see that it is pulled more around the corner now, as it's got some weight on the other end of it.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to Mrs. Bemble Bumble. Quickly, how long will it take? He's in trouble. We've got to get across.
Oh, I've got a thing. Whack it in that thing, and I'm gonna hand over to Titan.
I'll just grab it and shove it into the wall.
So you're gonna have to jump to get to that wall.
Okay. Let's do it.
And what I do, if you make an athletics check, that will be to see if you can stab it into the wall and swing off of it over to the other side. So it will be your action for this turn.
I have a really good bonus. I get +5, but I rolled a 5, so that's 10 in total as I run. So I've got no rope, no assistance. There's no net. I run and I.
You're cliffhangering it. You're still owning it.
Yeah.
So you get the python into the wall but it's hanging loose a little bit.
Throw me another one, quick!
And you aren't quite able to get that momentum. Yeah, on a 10, you're not quite able to get that momentum across. So you're hanging on a slightly loose python, begging to be thrown another one. Can you use any of your bonus actions at the moment? You're very cross if you want to.
I'm just there. Hold on, and I'm like, throw me a bone.
holding one hand out as this quite heavy human is hanging off of this slightly loose python. Cool.
You just see the muscles just get bigger. I can hold it. I can do it.
I mean, you can hold on to the python. As whether or not the python can hold on to the wall is, I would suggest, more concerning. Cool. No worries, Kingsman. You're hanging off on a wall.
Okay.
Excellent. We'll find out if that python holds next round for you. Neshka, you were up next. You have seen Far fly across, grabbing the rope. Kingsman tried to follow and is now hanging off this python off of a pillar over a 200-foot drop.
Can I see Kingsman from where I
am? No, but you can hear something hit the...
Just a thud behind me.
Yeah. You can definitely hear a thud.
Nice.
It's either him or Shape, but you feel it feels slightly lighter, so it's probably him. Like about an inch in height lighter.
He didn't hear the metallic thud of armor hit the wall.
Neshka, what would you like to do?
Can't believe I rolled so low in initiative.
And as I'm holding my arm out to Mrs. Bumble to pass me another pit, I can see Neshka deciding what to do. And I move from Mrs. Bumble to Neshka. Grab my arm. I'll swing you across.
Get Mrs. Bumble. I think I'll be all right. And I am going to move over here and use Wild Shape to become a Sturge.
Ooh.
Hey.
Excellent.
And I will fly over here, if that's okay. Is that
Absolutely, yes.
What did you become? A what?
a Sturge?
So you see this 6-foot orc just suddenly mesh and the body fold and turn into this little bit of skin, basically, that is stretched with these little arms and this long snout.
Oh no!
Our
screams.
Try and twat it as it flies past.
Oh, they've come for me!
And I'm just going to sort of like fly around and try to act natural for a Sturge, so I don't attract any attention from these things yet.
Cool. Make me a nature check with advantage, because you have just seen some Sturges to work out what you think natural looks like.
17.
Yeah, it would be natural to seek the nearest creature with blood inside its body and try and attack it. But you also know that Sturges can't fly very far because they're very tiny. So you've probably gone as far, but you do know that Sturges just go for whatever's got blood in their system. So the natural thing for Sturge would be to try and look around for something to attack.
I thought did you start bleeding, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Anything else on your turn, Neshka? That is a very good use of Wild Shape.
I think that is my action and my movement, so that's it for me.
Cool. Mrs. Bumble, you are up next, and you still have got this large human holding on to a loose python with his hand out to you.
I think I am going to get a little closer, and then toss. I'm going to tie my rope onto the python and try and throw it across to Kingsman.
Cool. I'm just going to allow it because he's so close. And I just think he'd be able to catch it. Yeah,
So-
it's quite a good moment.
I catch it. I swap over hands, and with my left hand, I just dig it into the wall again.
Cool. And you do have a fixed rope that you
Yes.
could swing across on, Mrs. Bumble.
I would like to try and Tarzan swing across.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You are agile enough, despite your age.
As I'm kind of coming across, would I see the creature en route?
Oh, when you get to about just after Kingsman, about here, you see this creature that is looming over far.
Farah looks up and sees an old lady and a dirge flying towards him. It's a strange old afternoon.
Can I try and take a shot?
Oh, while you're swinging,
Yeah.
you can do that with a disadvantage. Yes, absolutely, because you are flying through the air and you're in motion. But absolutely, you can take a shot.
Hero landing.
How is inspiration running in this game?
So you can use inspiration to either give yourself advantage on an ability check or saving throw, or be an automatic hit.
Okay. Oh, fabulous. All right. I'm going to use my inspiration then to give myself advantage to make it just a normal roll. And that is my short bow. 23 to hit.
Oh, nice. Get in.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 8 points of damage. And then I think because he's up in melee with fast, I'm going to use my sneak attack for an extra 10 points of damage.
Cool, so 18 altogether.
80 altogether.
It's true. Who would expect Mrs.
Wow.
Spencerwoman to come flying through the air on a rope? If that's not sneak attack damage, I don't know what is.
That's a very you just see this little gnome that has just thrown this python to Kingsman, who stabbed it into the wall, has swung round, and as swinging, has managed to fire a short bow, which I'm now in my head picturing and going, I don't know. I imagine holding the rope with the same hand as holding the short bow as you fire.
It looks really awkward, you know, like when old people just try like use it the first time, like a phone, and that's very awkward looking.
But it does hit, and you see that it goes for a couple of this creature's legs and into its body, and it already looks pretty badly hurt after that.
And I'd like to make a point of, if I'm able to land, sending the rope
back. So, yeah, you can land and you can release the rope. Kingsman's got hold of it if he wants to throw it. Cool. End of your turn. Quite an epic turn, I would suggest.
Yeah, really nice turn, guys. But wait, there's more.
I do have a bonus action, I believe.
So I'm going to say that throwing the python to
I was going to say,
was a bonus action.
I've done plenty. Yeah, that's chill.
Yeah. That's a very cool turn. Bar, you're up next. And then Shaith will come to you after that.
I turn around and I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw back the rope. Oh, wow, you guys got here quicker than I thought. All right. And just toss the rope back for Kingsman and Shaith.
Yes, you toss the rope. I'll let that be a free action of just throwing the rope back so Shaith has a way to get across. Maybe.
Thank you. Because I'm going to punch this creature a whole lot.
I need
my hands free for maximum punching. All right, so first strike, that is 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Ooh, second strike. That one.
Ooh.
6 to hit.
Does not hit.
That's
cool. You try to punch this creature, but its neck is moving around and it's not standing still, like it is moving and weaving.
That's my trick.
And it's a bit off-putting, actually. It's quite an unpleasant creature. It's got quite a slimy neck.
It's making me mad. I'm going to flurry of blows it.
Cool. 2 more attacks. Go for it.
Oh, there we go. That's more like it. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'll just roll my attack to see if I get it or not. Second attack for 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay, so just 1 hit then. I got 5. That was a lot of punching for not much.
It's landing that power.
Yeah.
As there's all this quite epic stuff going on around you, and you see Mrs. Bumble Bumble flying around on a rope, shooting a short bow, which is very difficult.
This is all very impressive. Yeah, I'm actually looking up on.
You're a bit distracted. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay, because your new acquaintances have arrived.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn? Any movement that you want to use?
Do you know what? I want to try and get out of my pack. How close might this black powder?
Sorry, say that again.
How close might this black powder? I mean, there's some.
So there's some black powder here.
Well, that's very close.
The first bit. So you are right next to it.
Cool. Then I scrap that. I'm not going to move. I want to get a hit, so I'm just stay here.
Cool. Shaith, all your new acquaintances have run, jumped, are hanging off of a wall, or have transformed into an animal to get across. What would you like to do?
There is the rope now to get over normally.
You do have rope.
So I will walk up to the edge and grab the rope, and then tentatively tug upon it to make sure that it is fastened to the wall.
Yeah, not the one that Kingman's on. That's really loose.
Yeah, no,
but the original one really solidly put in, like by someone who knows what they're doing.
Okay, I look down into the chasm, into the darkness below that I can't see the bottom of, so I don't have dark vision. And then I look across the other side, and then I look down again, and then eventually
you hear Fog going, "Shaith!"
Yeah, you can swing across. It's pretty
nice. Come on, big boy.
I will land there, and still clutching the rope as I land, and that'll be my go over.
I'll let it be your movement.
I don't like heights.
So
I have considered that for several seconds before doing it. So I'm going to say
Probably a
that's
nice time to jump.
That's very honest of you and noble of you. Cool, that's fine. Yeah, you will see Shape lands and there's these slightly shaky legs that you could just hear the armor just clattering a little bit as he just collects himself. Now he's gone across this very high chasm. And as someone who's also scared of heights in real life, I would totally understand that. That is absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I get you. I get you.
Cool. So we then go back to the top of the round, and it's the creature's turns. This time, the smaller ones, they do move. Oh, no, they don't get bigger.
Damn, whoa.
They just
Holy
suddenly grow in size.
That's like a saga ending. They all just go gigantic size there.
Yeah. That would have been... I might create a creature that does that now. They all move closer to the larger one, but none of them appear to be able to get close enough to you in what is quite a close environment at the moment, quite tight. But the large one, who wasn't hurt very much by you far, turns its attention to Mrs. Bemble Bomble, who has just arrived and did some serious damage. But doesn't move far enough for any reactions or opportunity attacks. But he's going to make 3 attacks at Mrs. Bemble Bomble.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This creature does not respect the elderly, I'm afraid. Or the older generation. You probably should say. Oh, no. Cool. So, does a 13 hit Mrs. Bemble Bomble?
It doesn't.
Cool, that's good news. Does a 16 hit Mrs. Bemble Bomble?
A 16 does.
Oof.
Cool, and so does a nat 20. On a different dice this time, so not the same one that's rolled 2 already tonight. This was a different one. Alright, so that one's rolled 3 actually. Cool, so I'll roll damage for the normal one, which is the bite. Which, while I'm doing that, if you can make a Constitution saving throw, please, as this creature's pointed teeth come down on its long eel neck and bite into you and are able to get a hold.
That is a 15 on the con save.
Cool. So you feel this as this bite latches onto you, something tries to penetrate into your body, but you're built of sterner stuff, Mrs. Bemble Bomble, and you're able to hold that off. You've definitely seen worse and probably drunk quite some interesting stuff, so it doesn't affect you, and you are not poisoned. But you will take, what's that, 46. 1d6. Okay, I'll do the 1d6 first. So 6 points of piercing damage, and 17 points of poison damage, because although you're not poisoned, you take the poison damage.
And I am unconscious.
Cool. So you will see
Oh, no.
this creature bites into Mrs. Bemble Bomble, and she goes down onto the floor, and it still has another attack that it gets in. But we'll find out next time on A Deadly Quest how Mrs. Bumble
Oh. Ooh.
Wow.
Well done. I was going to say, she's just joined. You've killed her off already.
Hi, guys.
It's really nice to meet you, Steph. Yeah, you'll be fine. There's just another attack that was an nat 20 that is just... I mean, in fairness, you won't take damage. It will just be death saving throws.
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
Plus, we are all around you.
With an at 20, it's 2 of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Sorry, you've got a couple of people before you that might be able to do something about it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Have to wait and see. Right. Again, Ross, fantastic game. Thank you so much for being our guest GM on this series, because it's a great story. Looking to find out more. I'm dreading this. Have you noticed? We went in the first session, we were like really confident, and now we're like, who's going to open the door? What's going to happen now? Look everywhere. Where are we?
Just no trust.
Right, we heard it from Ross, folks. We're going to see you in about another 2 weeks' time. Oh, that was loud. What kicked off there?
Yeah.
And until then, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Ta-da. Bye.
Ow.
And you lot, don't go anywhere.